Chapter 27. In the beginning of the reign of Jehoiakim, the son of Josiah, king of Judah, came this word unto Jeremiah from the Lord, saying, Thus saith the Lord to me, Make thee bonds and yokes, and put them upon thy neck, and send them to the king of Edom, and to the king of Moab, and to the king of Ammonites, the king of Tyrus, the king of Zidon, by the hand of the messengers which come to Jerusalem unto Zedekiah, king of Judah. And command them to say unto their masters, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, Thus shall ye say unto your masters, I have made the earth, the man, and the beast that are upon the ground, by my great power and by my outstretched arm, and have given it unto whom it seemed meet unto me. And now I have given all these lands into the hand of Nebuchadnezzar the king of Babylon, my servant, and the beasts of the field have I given him also to serve him, and all nations shall serve him, and his son's son, until the very time of his land come, and then many nations and great kings shall serve themselves of him. And it shall come to pass that the nation and kingdom which will not serve the same Nebuchadnezzar the king of Babylon, and they will not put their neck under the yoke of the king of Babylon, that nation will I punish, saith the Lord, with the sword, and with the famine, and with the pestilence, until I have consumed them by his hand. Therefore hearken not ye to your prophets, nor to your diviners, nor to your dreamers, nor to your enchanters, nor to your sorcerers, which speak unto you, saying, Ye shall not serve the king of Babylon. For they prophesy a lie unto you, to remove you far from your land, that I should drive you out, and ye should perish. But the nations that bring their neck under the yoke of the king of Babylon, and serve him, those will I let remain still in their own land, saith the Lord, and they shall till it, and dwell therein. I spake also to Zedekiah king of Judah, according to all these words, saying, Bring your necks under the yoke of the king of Babylon, and serve him and his people, and live. Why will ye die, thou and thy people, by the sword, by the famine, and by the pestilence, as the Lord hath spoken against the nation that will not serve the king of Babylon? Therefore hearken not unto the words of the prophets that speak unto you, saying, Ye shall not serve the king of Babylon, for they prophesy a lie unto you. For I have not sent them, saith the Lord, yet they prophesy a lie in my name, that I might drive you out, and that ye might perish, ye and the prophets that prophesy unto you. Also I spake to the priests and to all the people, saying, Thus saith the Lord, Hearken not to the words of your prophets that prophesy unto you, saying, Behold, the vessels of the Lord's house shall now shortly be brought again from Babylon, for they prophesy a lie unto you. Hearken not unto them. Serve the king of Babylon, and live. Wherefore should this city be laid waste? But if they be prophets, and if the word of the Lord be with them, let them now make intercession to the Lord of hosts, that the vessels which are left in the house of the Lord, and in the house of the king of Judah, and at Jerusalem, go not to Babylon. For thus saith the Lord of hosts concerning the pillars, and concerning the sea, and concerning the bases, and concerning the residue of the vessels that remain in the city, which Nebuchadnezzar king of Babylon took not, when he carried away captive Jeconiah the son of Jehoiakim, king of Judah, from Jerusalem to Babylon, and all the nobles of Judah and Jerusalem. Yea, thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, concerning the vessels that remain in the house of the Lord, and in the house of the king of Judah and of Jerusalem. They shall be carried to Babylon, and there shall they be until the day that I visit them, saith the Lord. Then I will bring them up, and restore them to this place. This chapter is one that was partly revised, changes made, but not all the way through. The first verse, it looks like it's Jehoiakim who is the king, but by the time we get to verse 3, it's Zedekiah. It was Zedekiah all the way through. You got to remember that there were some changes that were made, and they weren't always too brilliant with the changes. Anyway, Jeremiah is told here to take some yokes, which were pieces of wood that you would put across your shoulders, like a board, only sort of grooved to fit the shoulders, and you could carry some weight on each end and spread the weight across your shoulders and your back. And he was to make some and send them to each of the countries round about, and there was a reason for that. Nebuchadnezzar had come and captured Jerusalem twice already. The first time he had taken away the king and the princes and all the artisans, and the second time everybody. Pretty well, it was anybody. And he'd put Zedekiah, who was a relative, distant relative of the right king, the person that was the king, on the throne. And there were ambassadors from the nations round about Judah that came and said, we can defeat the Babylonians. You know, oh yeah, sure thing, we can do that. And so Zedekiah, not being too brilliant or too righteous, said to his prophets, his false prophets, the ones that prayed to Baal and all the idols and stuff like that, said, wouldn't bother asking Jeremiah, who knows, who's been right 100% of the time all so far, says to these false prophets, well, what happens? Oh, just, yeah, no problem, just go do it. And Jeremiah shows up with the yokes. And they are not too happy with him. They are definitely not too happy with him. Now, in the next chapter, we're going to see an actual showdown between Jeremiah and one of the false prophets. But you have to remember here that, I mean, some of these guys is like they take stupid pills. There's Zedekiah. The reason he's on the throne is because Nebuchadnezzar has captured Judah and Jerusalem twice already. He can do it in the sleep. What is ever going to possess Zedekiah to think that little tiny Judah, even with a bunch of other little tiny countries all around, is going to defeat the Babylonian Empire and the biggest army on the face of the earth? It's stupid pill time. And Jeremiah is telling them, guys, I have given the land to Babylon for now. The only way you are going to be able to keep control of that in the later time is to submit to the yoke now. You'll be able to stay in the land. You'll be able to plow the land. You'll be able to reap from the land. You'll be able to live on the land. Don't go rebelling against them because it's something that is against what I have established. And they don't want to listen.